Are you ready to Zumba? Woo. I am so lame. I'm such a loser. Oh my god. What is up, you guys? I'm back with another video, and this time I'm teaching you how to become a Zumba instructor. Clearly you clicked on this video because you were a little curious. It's a lot of fun. I actually became a Zumba instructor 4 years ago now, and I did the training in person, obviously because at that time COVID didn't exist. But nowadays, because of COVID and quarantine and the accessibility that you can do everything online, it's actually way easier to get your training now than it was whenever I first got my training. And it is a lot of fun from one instructor to potentially another. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. This will definitely help YouTube to recommend this video to other people that also are interested. So step number 1 is to actually try and figure out what kind of Zumba you want to teach. Now this can be dependent on your age, what kind of students you want, what kind of fitness activity you want, what kind of fitness level you want. If you personally are very energetic, you might want to go for a different type of Zumba. If you are a little bit more laid back, if you want to teach kids, if you want to teach more older adults, these are all things that you need to keep in mind. So step 1 is definitely to figure out what kind of Zumba you want to teach. I mean, it's not as simple as you think. Yeah. So there are a lot of classes just on their website, zumba.com. I can see that there is Zumba, Zumba Step, Zumba Toning, Aqua Zumba, Zumba Gold, Zumba Kids, and a bunch more. These are all things that you definitely want to look into. Personally, I took Basic 1, which I think is the very basic Zumba class. Pretty sure B1 is offered everywhere. And I also learned the Zumba Gold training, and I got the training in that. So I was able to teach more older adults. I did kind of, resonate with that. I feel like I just really like working with all ranges of ages. So I found that those two programs fit me the best. Alright, you figured out kind of where you want to be placed, how to get the training. Whenever I got my training 4 years ago, I actually went in person to do this training. It was a 2-day training program, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. It was like pretty much dancing the entire day. Nowadays, because of the whole virtual thing, so you have 2 options here. You can either do on demand, where you get a package and you have to complete everything, and that way you get your certificate by the end. The second way is a live class. So either you can live stream or you can actually go in person and you can learn everything, you can ask questions and all that interactive experience. Personally, I feel like the best of both worlds would be a live stream version, only because you can ask your questions, you can figure out if you're doing anything wrong, you can figure out more tips and tricks for your future, instruction classes just by live streaming, talking to an instructor. I think it's a little bit easier than just doing the on-demand where you're basically kind of by yourself, but this is completely up to you. They do give you both versions and both options. All you have to do is go to zumba.com and then figure out where your in-person class is, or how to take the online virtual class, or how to figure out to take the on-demand classes as well. A little backstory of how the in-person worked. It was a lot of work. My recommendations is, if you are going in person, obviously nowadays you have to make sure you carry a mask, make sure you carry hand sanitizer, and I would definitely take a lot of water, a lot of snacks. I think you are going to be working pretty hard for the entire day, or at least for a duration of the day. So you want to make sure that you're completely prepared for that, because they are training you to become Zumba instructors. So you are expected to be on your feet for a significant amount of time. It's not going to be as much of sitting down and learning as much as interacting with the instructor and trying to figure out the best way to learn the training and to understand the training. I personally did take notes, so I would say if you are doing the live stream or if you're going in person, to definitely take a notebook with you whenever you're going into the class. I just like to jot down a couple of things that I feel would be very important for me. Particularly for me, it was cueing. Now, if you are new to the Zumba world, cueing is basically how you let your students know what's coming next. I kind of had a little bit of trouble with this. I'm a professionally trained dancer, so I'm not used to teaching other students students and teaching other people, you know, how to dance or how to participate in the fitness class. Cueing for me was a little bit more of a change and a little bit difficult for me. It took a lot of practice, but I definitely think that these are little things that you want to jot down. So if you do want to take a little notebook wherever you are going. Tip number 5, I think this is tip number 5, is once you're done with your training, they will ask you to sign up for Zin, and if you do, then you're basically able to teach and you have your license. If you don't participate in that, then the training is good for 6 months. That's only good for a certain amount of time, and then after that you would either have to renew this, get the Zin membership, or you have to take a different training program. Or honestly, if you're done with Zumba, then you're done with Zumba and you can go on to other dance fitness programs or other fitness programs that you were interested in participating and teaching in. So once you're done with the training, you know the basic steps, you know important things like cueing, like I was explaining, and you just know basically what the overall Zumba experience is about. This is the time that you start figuring out your dances. Yeah, I know, I feel like it's a daunting experience to sit and try and choreograph dances that fit all of the steps. There are certain basic steps, certain basic rhythms that you definitely have to include in your dances that will help the students out and make sure that they actively participate, but also that they're doing Zumba and not just, you know, a fun dance class, which is perfectly fine by itself. But if you're going to be getting your Zumba training, if you're going to be paying for your Zumba training, you might as well incorporate as many of the Zumba steps as you possibly can. Once you have choreographed this, your next step is to practice the ish out of that. You definitely want to practice. I practice a lot. I practice in front of my mirror a lot, just so that I could understand how I was cueing, how I was being able to actually teach a class. A lot of the times you have to remember that there's going to be music playing, there's going to be people dancing around you, you're going to get distracted, you might even get tired yourself. So a lot of the times you have to find that combination of, you know, saying the steps out loud, showing with your hands what the next step is, and just participating and trying to get the energy of the class constantly up as much as possible. These are all things that you can only do with practice. Number 7 is just another way for you to practice. I subbed a lot of classes before I started my own Zumba class just so that I can get used to it. Basically, I put my name on a sub sign-up sheet in your local gym or recreation center. That might not be possible to sub anymore if you do not want to actually go in person into a gym. So subbing may not completely be possible right now, but you definitely can do it in front of your friends and family just as a fun session to practice before you actually go in and do your full-on Zumba instruction. But this is just a way for you to get in some extra practice in front of live people so that they also know what you're doing. After all of this, you're pretty much ready to go. Zumba.com offers a lot of ways for you to instruct people. You can do live streams, you can do in-person classes, you can even do on-demand training sessions. They have so many ways that you can put forth your content and your training sessions for other students to participate in and for you to teach students. And you'll officially be trained, you'll have your certificate in your particular Zumba area of expertise, whether it's basic 1, whether it's gold, whether it's toning. I'm pretty sure you're all going to be getting your B1 certification, but your other specific, you know, training programs, you will get their certificate as well. And this is the time when you just go have fun. It is so easy now because the accessibility of doing everything virtual. So this is definitely something that you can continue doing to get some extra cash, to get another source of income, to definitely get some, you know, side hustling going. If you just want to make some extra cash, because everyone wants to make some extra cash, this is definitely a way to go. Comment down below if you are interested in more Zumba related videos, and if you plan on getting your Zumba certification, I can definitely give you some more tips and what all I learned and how I came up with choreography and how my experience being a Zumba instructor actually is. That's basically all I got for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. This will definitely help YouTube to recommend this video to other people that also are interested. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know all of your questions, your comments, your concerns, other video ideas, and just chat with me. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram Instagram. I'll leave that in the description, and that's basically all I got. So go get your Zumba certification, go make that dough, go make that moosh, go make that money, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!